सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Repeat once. Anantarupa Anantanama Adimula Narayana Anantarupa Anantanama Adimula Narayana Anantashayana He Jagannatha Kamalanayana He Madhava Anantashayana He Jagannatha Kamalanayana He Madhava Karunasagara Kaliyanartana Karunasagara Kaliyanartana He Daya Sindhu Krishna He Daya Sindhu Anantarupa Anantanama Adimula Narayana Vishvarupa Vishwadhara Vishveshwara He Narayana Vishvarupa Vishwadhara Vishveshwara He Narayana भवभयहरणा दीनोद्धरणा भवभयहरणा दीनोद्धरणा हे कृपा सिंधो कृष्णा हे कृपा सिंधो अनन्तरूपा अनन्तनामा आदिमूला नारायणा आदिमूला नारायणा ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः This is more comfortable. Humble prostrations to one and all present here. Our topic of discussion is Chapter 3 Karma Yoga. And what is the topic given? From stress to serenity. Yes. What is the greatest treasure in this world? If this question is asked, what will be your answer? Our answer will be serenity or peace. Peace is the greatest treasure in this world. Everybody is doing everything in this world for peace. When I am peaceful, I am strong. When I am peaceful, my mind functions efficiently. When I am peaceful, I am able to take decisions clearly. When I am peaceful, I am happy with myself. When I am peaceful, I have mastery over the mind. When I am peaceful, I am independently happy. So therefore, if there is one thing which is the greatest treasure in this world, it is peace. In fact, all spiritual practices are meant only for this peace. So therefore, there's a definition in Bhagavad Gita, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. What is yoga? Equanimity of mind is yoga. Now, to get this peace, there is a price to be paid. Nothing comes in this world free. The greater the quality of the product, the greater the price to be paid. Cheap peace, you can get it easily. Take 2 pegs and lie down. Cheaper the peace, easier it is available. Lesser the effort necessary. But if you want quality peace, enduring peace, more fulfilling peace, then there is a price to be paid. And what is the price to be paid? Alert, vigilant living. Right. In fact, this peace is an effect. It is a byproduct. What is the cause of this peace? So we say, right thinking is the cause. When our thinking is right, the end result of this right thinking, the end result of right understanding about life, the end result is this peace. This is always true. When our thinking is right, there is peace. When our thinking is wrong, there is disturbance. Peace of mind has something to do with our thinking. Every disturbance in the mind is born out of wrong thinking. It is impossible that your thinking is right, but you are mentally disturbed. It is impossible. Wisdom and peace go together. Ignorance and disturbance, they go together. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, in the 2nd chapter, the teaching of Bhagavad Gita begins with this statement by Bhagavan, Na anushocanti pandita. Panditaha, wise people, na anushocanti. They don't grieve. Grief and wisdom, they never go together. So therefore, if there is some kind of disturbance in my mind, know for sure, somewhere my thinking is wrong. My understanding is wrong. Right? That is why right thinking is absolutely essential. And that is why study of the scriptures is absolutely essential. So from stress to serenity, this is the topic. So how to attain a serene state of mind? There is no other way but to cultivate right understanding. Okay, yes. What is the proof that I am growing in spirituality? What is the proof of spiritual progress? The proof of spiritual progress is how much your peace is getting intensified. If you are growing in peace, if the intensity of peace is growing in you, know for sure you are spiritually progressing. Spiritual progress has nothing to do with miraculous powers. People have all these wrong notions. Supernatural powers, miraculous powers. No. Spiritual progress has to do only with one thing: how much peaceful you are in life. We don't ask you how many mantras you can chant by heart, how many rituals you do, how many hours of puja you do. No. Spirituality has nothing to do with the external rituals. Spirituality has only to do with one thing: how peaceful you are. How intensely peaceful you are. Even amidst ups and downs of life, can you remain balanced? Can you remain equanimous, peaceful, undisturbed, tranquil? Life is full of ups and downs. What are the ups and downs? It's called as dvandva, pairs of opposites. Heat, cold, joy, sorrow, honor, dishonor, praise, criticism, profit, loss, gain, loss, disease, health. Life is full of pairs of opposites. Amidst all these pairs of opposites, what is your state of mind? As far as a non-spiritual person is concerned, he is tossed up and down by these pairs of opposites. When there is a conducive environment, he is very happy, excited, elated. And when there is an unconducive environment, he is miserable. According to him, definition of happiness equal to a conducive environment. Conducive environment equal to happiness. Unconducive environment equal to misery. Such a person is called a worldly person. Such a person is called a samsari. Samsari means what? Samsara decides his state of mind. The external world decides his state of mind. Such a person is called a worldly person. a samsari. And who is a spiritual person? Spiritual person is a person who is connected to the spirit, the self, or God. And therefore, his happiness has nothing to do with the external ups and downs. He has found a source within, a source of infinite bliss, because of which the external ups and downs does not affect his state of mind. Such a person is called a spiritual person. So this gives us a test of how much spiritual we are. Ask this question to ourselves. During ups and downs of life, how much peace, serenity I am able to experience in my mind? In fact, there is a test also. This test is called FIR test. What is this FIR test? F means frequency. I means intensity. And R means recovery time. FIR test. F, frequency. How frequently I am disturbed in a day. Frequency. Frequency of disturbance. I, how intensely I am disturbed. The depth of disturbance. Intensity of disturbance. And R, how quickly I recover from that disturbance. So as we grow spiritually, should FIR increase or decrease? Should FIR increase or decrease? Increase. Decrease. The frequency of disturbance should come down. Intensity of disturbance should come down. And recovery time also should come down. I am disturbed and immediately I am able to come back, regain my normal state, bounce back. So this is the proof that yes, we are growing in spirituality. Neyasya nitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati nirdvando hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Arjuna, know him to be a true sannyasi. See, there is a definition of sannyasa also given in Bhagavad Gita. What is our definition? Some external, some strange color cloth. No. According to Bhagavad Gita, Neyasya nitya sannyasi. Know him to be a sannyasi. Who? Nirdvandvaha. Sannyasa means renunciation. What has this person renounced? This person has renounced all the negativities of life. Negative emotions. Anything which disturbs the mind, he has renounced. And therefore, such a person's mind is peaceful at all times. Such a person is defined to be a sannyasi. So therefore, it is possible that you may be having a family, wife, husband, children, family duties. But if you can keep your mind peaceful at all times, according to Bhagavad Gita, according to the definition of Bhagavad Gita, you are truly a sannyasi. This is what we all have to achieve. Now, as I said, in this world, everything is cause-effect relationship. There is a relationship of cause and effect. Peace is an effect, right thinking is the cause. Disturbance of the mind is an effect. So what is the cause? Wrong thinking is the cause. So if wrong thinking is the cause for my disturbance, what is the right solution? Right thinking alone. So if I am going through depression, what should I do? Depression is an effect. Anxieties and worries, they are an effect. Stress is an effect. Boredom is an effect. Loneliness is an effect. Fear is an effect. These are all negative emotions. But there is a cause for this negative emotion. And what is the cause? Wrong thinking is the cause. But suppose I try to get rid of these kinds of negative emotions through some medication, will it solve the problem? Because I am told that in US, very many people take so many kinds of medicine to get rid of all this. Will medicine solve the problem? It can give you a temporary solution, but not a permanent solution. In spirituality, we always go for permanent solution. The best solution, not temporary solution. And therefore, we have to pay a price also for it. Best solution, best price has to be paid. So therefore, the third chapter actually points out where exactly are we going wrong. So in just 5 days, we will not be able to take all the verses, but the important verses we will take up. The essence we will discuss. So, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, like a perfect Jagadguru, world teacher, is pointing us where exactly where we are making mistake. Where are we going wrong? And that's what a true teacher must do. Just like a true doctor. Who is a perfect doctor? What is the first step? Diagnosis, not giving medicine. Giving medicine comes later. What is the first step? Where is the problem? First you understand that. Isn't it? So the first step is understanding where we go wrong. What is the mistake we all do? Verse number 9 of chapter 3. Yajñārthāt karmaṇoñyatra lokoyam karma bandhanah tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangas samachara. Yes. In fact, this is the central teaching of the entire third chapter. So all our discussion will revolve around this verse. This is the central verse. So what does Bhagavan say? Arjuna, if you live this way, you are going to be in trouble. What is that trouble called? Karma bandhana. There is a right way of living and there is a wrong way of living. If you don't live the right way, then you are living the wrong way. And the end result of wrong way of living is karma bandhana. Bandhana means what? Bondage. Karma bandhana means bondage due to one's own actions. Our own actions are binding us. So, before we enter into depth, let us understand what bondage is. This has to be understood. How do you define bondage? Bondage is defined as that state where we lose our freedom. Yes or no? Yes. For example, a person is bound to the pole, tied to the pole. We say that person is bound, physically bound. Means what? He has no freedom of movement. He wants to run around, but he can't. He has lost his freedom. He is no more independent. He is not free. That is called as bondage. So now, Bhagavan is saying, when we live the wrong way, there is a bondage. Now, which bondage are we talking of here? Not the physical bondage, but a psychological bondage. So first of all, we have to understand what this psychological bondage is. Only then we can truly appreciate Karma Yoga. Otherwise, no. First of all, I must know that I am suffering from a problem. Then only I will seek medicine for it. But suppose I have a problem and I am not even aware that I have a problem, then this is the case with majority of the people. They are suffering, but they are not even aware that they are suffering. Isn't it? So the first step in spirituality is to be painfully aware that we are suffering. Are you ready for it? We don't want the bliss of ignorance. Far better than the bliss of ignorance is the misery of knowledge. Which one do you prefer? Okay. There are 3 stages in a spiritual seeker's life, you know. The first stage is called bliss. Which bliss? Bliss of ignorance. He doesn't know that he has a problem. Then second stage is a miserable stage. What is that stage? He comes to know that there is a problem. And the third stage is again bliss. He overcomes his problem. He is no more suffering from the problem. Again going back to bliss. So there are 3 stages. Bliss to misery to bliss. Okay. So therefore, the first step in the path of spirituality is to be painfully aware that I am committing mistakes. So that's what Bhagavan says, karma bandhanaha. This has to be understood. Bondage due to action. So now let us analyze our life. How are we living our life and how are we seeking happiness from this world? So when we observe our life, we find that whenever I fulfill a desire, whenever I get a desired object, I am happy. Yes or no? Yes. This we find everywhere, in every situation. Whenever I get the desired object, I am happy. So therefore, with the superficial analysis of life and its experiences, I come to this conclusion: fulfillment of desires equal to happiness. Now, how to fulfill our desires? Work hard. So therefore, what is our equation of happiness? Work hard, fulfill the desires, and be happy. So throughout my life, I see this. I see this in my life also. I see in others' life also. So since everybody is doing the same thing, it must be right. Isn't it? That's what we do everywhere. You see others. If others are all following a path, blindly you can also follow. So work hard, fulfill your desires, and be happy. This is called equation of happiness. For a person who has not been guided by the scriptures, for a person who has only analyzed life superficially, has not gone into deep. So as a student life, we find that I study hard, get good marks, good rank, I am happy. Then I work hard, get a job, I am happy. I work harder, get promotion, I am happier. In business, I work hard, profit, happiness. So everywhere I find this equation holding true. So therefore, I conclude this itself is a way to happiness. Now Bhagavan says, my dear, this is not happiness, this is bandhana, bondage. But I don't see any bondage here. This is where analysis based on the scriptural knowledge is necessary. Now let us analyze. Worldly results, are they certain or uncertain? Everything in this world is uncertain. So when I am striving hard to get something from the world, there is no guarantee that I will get it. Because the objects are few, desirers are many. I may strive hard for a job, but there is no guarantee I will get it. So therefore, everything in this world is uncertain. When everything in this world is uncertain, when I am striving for an uncertain thing, there is no guarantee I will get it. But according to me, that alone can give me happiness. Only if I get that, I will get happiness. With this attitude, I am striving. But there is no guarantee I will get. So what kind of negative emotion will I undergo? Anxiety, stress, worry, tension. Yes or no? Yes. Will I get it or not? Will I get it or not? Will I get it or not? This anxiety is called bandhana. What bandhana? Karma bandhana. Why is it called bandhana? I don't want to be anxious, but I am helplessly anxious. Can you see the helplessness there? That is called as bondage. I want peace, but I am not able to become peaceful. I don't want stress, but I am helplessly stressed. This is called as bandhana. Where did this bandhana come from? This bandhana came from my fallacious equation. What is the equation? Work hard, get the desired object, be happy. You see this? Tension, stress, worry. The second terrible thing about this world is everything in this world is temporary, perishable, impermanent. Anything, being, or situation. So what happens when that thing, being, or situation go away from me? There is sorrow. Isn't it? I don't want sorrow, but I am helplessly sorrowful. See bandhana there. World is uncertain. World is impermanent. And now the third thing is, when my life is based on this, what is my life? Karma, karma phala, from karma phala, sukha dukkha, and whatever gives me sukha, I am attached to it. This is my life. Whatever gives me happiness, I become attached to it. Whatever gives me sorrow, I keep away from it. I run away from it. So, if you see this cycle, karma, karma phala, From karma phala comes sukha dukkha. From sukha dukkha comes raga dvesha. And then raga dvesha prerita karma. Based on my likes and dislikes, again I perform action to get some result. Again I am attached. You see this cycle. What happens in the process? Raga dvesha becomes stronger and stronger. More and more intense. Whatever I like, I keep doing it. Whatever I don't like, I keep running away from it. I don't care whether it is right or wrong. My life is decided by, guided by what I like and what I dislike. So in the process, what happens? The likes and dislikes starts becoming very, very intense in me. I get addicted to things, beings, situations. So once this person is addicted, he will say, without this thing, I cannot even think of living. Without this person, I can't live. You see, is it mastery or slavery? Slavery. This is called as bandhana, bondage. According to spirituality, anything that which makes you a slave, give it up like poison. Spirituality is all about being a master of oneself. Self-mastery is spirituality. Now you see, this innocent-looking equation, what is the equation? Work hard, fulfill the desires, and be. Swamiji, I never knew all this. That is why study of scriptures is essential. Guidance is essential. This is called as karma bandhana. So therefore, all the stress that we are going through, negative emotions that we are going through, there is a reason. And what is the reason? Our wrong way of living is the reason. Our wrong understanding of life is the reason. Our wrong approach towards things, beings, and situation is the reason. There is a reason why there is stress in my life. There is a reason why I have anxiety, fear, depression, loneliness. You name it. There is a reason. There is a cause-effect relationship. So if I want to get rid of all these negative emotion, there is only one way. What is the way? Entry gate itself is the exit gate. How did you make your life miserable? How did you enter into the world of misery? That door itself is the exit. Is it clear? Swamiji, now it is clear where I go wrong, but what is that right way of living? What is the mistake in this equation? This equation seems to be very perfect. What is wrong in this equation? So then Bhagavan says, the mistake in this equation is, we have done a very, 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 very big mistake. And that mistake is, we have forgotten God. This is the mistake. You are trying to be happy without God. Impossible. This is the mistake. Now let us start from the scratch to know the importance of God. Let us start from the scratch, from the beginning. How many factors are necessary in order to survive on this planet? How many external factors? Food, shelter, clothing, water, right temperature, right mixture of gases, right rotation or revolution or gravity. How many factors? Infinite numbers of factors are necessary to be alive on this planet. Infinite factors external, infinite factors internal. What are the internal factors? Kidney has to function, liver has to function, blood vessels have to function. How many factors? Infinite factors. Infinite factors inside, infinite factors outside. Only if all these factors come together, life is possible on this planet. Yes or no? Yes. Now, $1 million question. How many factors are in our control? How many factors? Not even one. Now, if infinite factors are coming together and making life possible, there has to be an infinite intelligence also behind these infinite factors. Yes or no? It is common sense. Nothing accident happens in this world. Slightest mistake and the cosmic laws are such that mistakes are immediately punished. That's the law of this cosmos. So just imagine millions and billions of living beings existing on this planet shows that there is an infinite intelligence. That infinite intelligence we call God. For the time being, that is enough. That definition is enough. So therefore, life doesn't belong to us, it is a gift from us. Do you agree? Yes. It doesn't matter whether you agree or not. Life is not mine. If life is mine, I will decide when to live, when to exit, how long to live. No freedom is given. I am pushed into the world, I am sucked out from the world. No freedom is given. Why? Because life doesn't belong to me. That which doesn't belong to me, no, no permission is needed. So number one, life doesn't belong to me, it is a gift given to me. What about our abilities and talents? There are so many abilities we have. Ability to think, ability to see, ability to hear, ability to speak, smell, taste. So many abilities are given. Can we say these abilities belong to us? No. How I am speaking, I myself don't know. It's a fact of life. How you are listening, God only knows. And we are able to think. We don't know. So, if you start observing everything in minutest detail, we come to know these abilities and talents also don't belong to us. Life doesn't belong to us. Abilities and talents don't belong to us. In short, nothing belongs to us. So, what is the reality of life? So, remember these 4 Mahavakyas always. Not Tattvamasi Aham Brahmasmi. No, that comes later. We are still on the runway. The 4 Mahavakyas. I am nothing. I know nothing. I have nothing. I can do nothing. These are the 4 Mahavakyas. Not Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Shunyosmi. Okay, this is where you to start. Very, very practical tips. Okay. Any difficulty in saying, Bhagavan, I am a nobody? Any difficulty? Very simple, very practical. I am Brahman. Yeah, that's very difficult. But I am a nobody. Anyone can do. Just you have to just pay attention to the realities of life. That's all. Be grounded on earth. Oh God, I am nothing, but by your grace, I am something in the society. I know nothing, but by your grace, I know something. By your grace, I can do something. This is how we must start. This should be very, 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 very clear. To the extent you can puncture your ego in this world, to that extent you will have infinite peace. Because there is only one looter of all peace, His Highness, Mr. Ego. Okay. Our greatest enemy is our ego. To the extent you can puncture this, and others cannot do it, only you have to do. To the extent you can efface it, dissolve it, puncture it, erase it. And you will find that all the spiritual paths, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, whichever yoga it may be, the purpose is only targeting the ego. Ahamapetakam nijavibhanakam mahadidam tapo ramanavagiyam. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in Upadesha Sara says, Mahad idam tapaha. This is the greatest tapas. What is that? Aham apetakam. That which makes the ego fall and allow that Lord to shine forth. Allowing the Lord to take over, the self to take over. This is the greatest tapas. So this is where we have to begin. Stress to serenity is the topic. Who is the villain? Ego. All the stress is because of the ego only. There is a very famous quote of Puja Gurudev. Greater the ego, greater the war. Right. So this is what we have to do again and again. Now, what should be the purpose of life? Purpose of life is only one. Let us make our Creator happy. This is the purpose. My Creator should be pleased with me. My way of living, my way of thinking, my Creator must be happy with me. This is the only purpose. And once my Creator is happy, He will give me everything. Just like when mother is happy with the child, mother gives everything to that child. Yes or no? Bas. Yajñārtham karma guru. Here yajna means Bhagavan. One meaning is Bhagavan. Yajño vai Vishnuhu. Bhagavan Shankaracharya in his commentary writes. Yajna means Vishnu, Bhagavan. So what should be the purpose of all action? Purpose of action is not to fulfill your desire. Purpose of action is to please the Lord. So the one question which a karma yogi always asks is this: Oh Lord, whatever I am doing, are you pleased with me? Are you pleased or are you displeased? Yajna also means sacrifice. The literal meaning of yajna is sacrifice. So what am I sacrificing? I am sacrificing my likes and dislikes. Oh Lord, I like this, but if you don't like this, then I will not take it. Bhagavan, I don't like this, but if you like that, then I will do that only. This is called a sacrifice. So my life is completely based on his likes and dislikes. So you find that Karma Yoga is no way different from Bhakti Yoga. Without Bhakti, no Karma Yoga is possible. And this Bhakti also is born out of what? Right understanding about life. What is the right understanding? Bhagavan, left to myself, I am a nobody. Whatever I am, it is all because of you. This understanding is bringing this devotion. Right. Now, tell me, what is that one thing which Bhagavan loves the most? He loves dharma, the path of righteousness. Just like fire and heat cannot be separated, just like sugar and sweetness cannot be separated, in the same way, Bhagavan and dharma cannot be separated. It is impossible that Bhagavan can ever do an adharmic act, unrighteous act. It is just not possible. Just like light and darkness cannot go together, in the same way, Bhagavan and adharma can never go together. So whenever we analyze life of Bhagavan Sri Krishna or Bhagavan Sri Rama, the first statement should be, whatever Bhagavan has done is right. Now, let me try to think how Bhagavan is right. This is how analysis has to be done. A true devotee will analyze like this. So, the point is this. Bhagavan loves only one thing, and that is dharma. In fact, he takes avatar also for dharma only, isn't it? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So now, if I want to be a good child in the eyes of the Lord, what should I do? Do I have a choice? No. If I am walking the path of adharma, He will not like it. But if I am walking the path of dharma, He will love me. So what is that way in which I can go nearer and nearer to God? What is that path by which I can experience that God directly in my own heart? Is there a way? Yes, there is a way. There is a way to experience God. There is a way to feel the presence of God. There is a way to make this relationship with God intimate. There is a way. And what is the way? The way is the path of righteousness. Dharma is the way. Whatever He likes, I must do. Whatever He doesn't like, I should not do. This is actual meaning of surrender. Sharanagati. Many times people misunderstand Sharanagati as, not doing anything. Bhagavan, you take care. I will not do it. I will just lie down. They have not understood surrender. Surrender means this. Bhagavan, what you like, I will do. Surrender means obedience. Strict obedience. To the extent you can obey Him, His instruction, to that extent the relationship will keep on growing day by day. It's a science. And this relationship is true with everyone. A master-servant relationship. When will that relationship grow? When the servant listens to the instructions of the master. The parent-child relationship. When will it grow? When the child obeys the parent. Yes. A disobedient child, the relationship cannot grow. A disobedient subordinate who talks back. Isn't it? In the same way here also. So now, what is the purpose of life for a true devotee, for a true spiritual seeker? His purpose of life is not to get something from the world. His purpose of life is only one. Through this action, am I growing in devotion for God? Through this action of mine, is my relationship with God growing, improving? Through this action, is my heart getting purified? You see, the question which asks is totally different. Yajñarthat karmanonyatra ayam lokah karma bandhanah tadartham karma kaunteya tadartham yajñartham karma kaunteya. Hey kaunteya, perform all your actions as an offer of worship unto the Lord, sacrificing the lower for gaining the higher. Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangas samachara. So therefore, the fundamental principles of karma yoga, we have 4. What are the 4 principles? Number 1, kartavya nirvahanam. Perform your duties. Number 2, samyak acharanam. Do it as best as you can. Number 3, Ishvara arpana buddhihi. Do your duties as an offering unto the Lord, as a worship of the Lord. Ishvara arpana buddhihi. And the 4th one, Ishvara prasada buddhihi. Once you have performed your action, results will come. What should be the attitude? It's a prasad from the Lord. Kartavya nirvahanam. Samyak acharanam, Ishvara arpana buddhihi, and then Ishvara prasada buddhi. So our entire discussion for the next 4 days will be based on this. Our entire discussion on the whole karma yoga will be based on this. Right? So this is all we need to do. We don't have to do extraordinary things. No. Wherever we are fulfilling our responsibilities in our family, towards family members. We are fulfilling our responsibilities in a particular professional life. That's all what is needed. But the moment it is performed as a worship of the Lord, to please the Lord, then suddenly the spiritual progress starts. And what is the sign of spiritual progress? Peace. Right. So on one side, you are performing your duties, the world is happy. On the other side, you are growing spiritually. The more and more you're in tune with the Lord, the more and more all the stress, all negativities just disappear. You know why? Because the more and more you are in tune with the Lord, the more and more you are doing what He wants you to do, He will start supporting you in whatever you want to do. Now just imagine, Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvavyapi Bhagavan is supporting you. Can you ask for anything more? Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent God ever with you, ever ready to give you anything you want, so that you can fulfill your responsibilities perfectly. That Bhagavan is ever there to empower you. Why should you need any stress then? If you need knowledge, knowledge comes. If you need wealth, wealth comes. If you need innovative ideas, that comes. If you need physical strength, that comes. If you need worldly resources, that comes. Now just imagine what a beautiful life it will be. You have to just do what He expects you to do, and He will supply you everything, whatever you need. What happens to stress then? It just disappears. This is a life of a karma yogi. It's a beautiful story. I'm sure you all must be knowing this story. So when Swami Vivekananda came to Chicago, he did not have anything with him. Only the ticket was booked. The ship. He sat down in a corner. He did not know where he was going. He did not know where he was going to stay. In fact, he even did not know when that World Parliament of Religion. When that was happening, that also he did not know. But he was sitting there peacefully. One person came, coated, suited, booted. Swamiji, where are you going? I'm going to Chicago. Oh really, Swamiji? I also stay in Chicago. Why are you going? I'm going to attend the World Parliament of Religion. I represent Hindu religion. Oh Swamiji, okay. Now you're going to Chicago. Where are you going to stay? Swamiji said, maybe I will stay at your place. You see that? Here is a person going to a country with totally different culture. Nothing with him. But his mind is absolutely peaceful. From where did that peace come from? That peace comes from this knowledge that Lord who is sending me, that Lord who has given this responsibility to me, He Himself will empower me. I need not worry. This is true stress to serenity. You know who is the happiest being on this planet? A small child in the lap of the mother. Now this is the greatest contradiction. This child has no knowledge. This child has no money. This child has no strength. Literally he is a nothing, a nobody. And this fellow is the happiest. We have everything, including stress. You see? This child has nothing, but it knows one thing. What is that one thing? And that makes all the difference. I have nothing, but I have somebody who has everything. Bas. So my job is only to ensure that I am with that person who has everything. That's all. The child always ensures that the child is with the mother. Because mother is everything. For a true devotee also this is true. The devotee is only bothered about one thing. Is my Bhagavan with me? Is that Bhagavan happy with me? Pleased with me? Am I doing something wrong which is displeasing Bhagavan? Bas. If my Bhagavan is with me, I need not worry about anything. So how to develop this relationship with God? This is the whole topic which we are going to discuss in the next 4 days. Okay? This itself is Karma Yoga. So though it is Karma Yoga, it is basically Bhakti only. Devotion. More of it we will see tomorrow. Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama जय जय रामा जानकी रामा। रघुकुल भूषण राजा रामा। रघुकुल रघुकुल भूषण राजा रामा। रघुकुल जय जय रामा जानकी रामा। तापसरंजन तारक नामा। तापसरंजन तारक नामा। दानव भंजन कोदंड रामा। दानव भंजन कोदंड रामा। जय जय रामा जानकी रामा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। जानकी रामा। श्री रघुरामा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय जय राम जानकी राम। जानकी राम। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.